Hello, everybody. Along with my partner, Steve Lyons, I'm Tom Brenneman, welcoming you to All-Star Baseball 2005.
For today's exhibition game between the Baltimore Orioles and your Montreal Expos.
Here's the defense for the Expos.
The center fielder has an awesome arm, and we've seen him make some incredible throws already this season.
Day takes the mound today. Steve, what do you think of this guy?
The young right-hander gets by on location more than velocity. He has problems with his control, so he will walk some batters. His best pitch is a sinking two-seam fastball, which he throws looking for ground ball outs. To be successful, he has to get ahead in the count. When he starts to fall behind, that's when he gets hit hard.
Leading off for the Baltimore Orioles, the second baseman, number 15. Jerry Hairston Jr.
Curveball, and we're underway. The 0-1. Just inside. 1-1 the count to Hairston Jr. Not swinging at the fastball, strike two. That pitch lifted to left. Wilkerson grabs it to make the catch.
You know, sometimes even if these guys misjudge the ball, they still outrun their mistakes and make it look easy. That was a nice play to get over there in time after an initial mistake.
He takes for a ball. One down, nobody on. In there for a strike to Mora. Not swinging, and the fastball is over for strike two. To Cabrera. That was a bang-bang play.
Oh, he just lined that fastball in on his hands for a base hit.
They pitch out, and the runner isn't going. Here's the 1-0 to Tejada. They're going to pitch out. One away in the top half of the first. Breaking ball for strike one. Given a ride towards right center. Great looking play by Everett.
Decent speed over at first base now, and the pitcher better pay a little bit of attention to this guy or he's gone.
Palmeiro, first pitch swinging, but hit foul. Not swinging, and the fastball is over for strike two. Runner on first, and two away. Came in on his hands, and he fouled it off. Crushed to left center. Not slowing up as he rounds third. Mora is across the plate.
Number 18, Javier Lopez.
There's ball one.
Strike!
Here's the 1-1 to Lopez. Hit to the third baseman.
The right fielder, Jay Gibbons.
Gibbons swings at the first pitch and hits it foul. Two away in the top half of the first. Fastball, strike two. There's ball one. There's strike three. We're just getting underway here in Montreal.
This batter has great speed and he loves to bunt. With nobody on base, don't be surprised to see him drop one down.
Center fielder, number 19.
Takes, and it's a ball.
Chavez.
The 1-0. Into right field. Chased down by Hairston Jr. There's ball one. Strike one to Cabrera. A drag bunt. He's just thrown out at first.
Oh, they just get him right there at first base, so the drag bunt unsuccessful this time.
Drilled to left.
Somehow he was able to stay inside the ball and take that inside curveball the other way for a base hit.
Into center field. Run down by Tejada. Steve, tell us about this guy.
This is a guy who consistently makes excellent contact at the plate. His approach is to not try and hit home runs, but just get the head of the bat on the ball and hit it hard somewhere.
Takes for a ball. Here's the 1-0 to Big B. Lets it go by for a ball. The 2-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Top half of the second. It's a 1-0 affair. Hit in the air to center. Out number 2.
Number 13. Rodrigo Lopez.
Big swing, and he loses the bat. The 0-1. Batista fields it cleanly.
Moving off the bottom of the second inning, the first baseman, Nick Johnson.
Johnson swings and knocks a first pitch foul. Hit foul down the right field line. The second baseman. Next up will be Batista. There's strike one. 0-1. A swing and a miss. Curveball, strike 2. To Palmeiro. Palmeiro steps on the bag for out number 1.
Runner on third base now, and a lot of options for the manager.
Doesn't swing and takes it for a ball. 1-0 the count to Wilkerson. One away in the last of the second inning. Wilkerson takes a strike, 1-1. Looks at a curve, strike 2. He pops it up to the left side of the infield. 2 down. Now that brings up Schneider. 4-year veteran, all with this franchise. There's strike one. Into left field. Makes the play. We're headed to the third. The Orioles lead it 1-0. Steve Lyons, Tom Brenneman here in the top half of the third inning. And now, Hairston Jr. He hit a fly ball to the left fielder his last time up. Change-up taken for a strike. One 1-1 as they stay away. Hairston Jr. looks at a strike, 1-2. Stays alive and just gets a piece of it.
That's the key to any good hitter, is his ability to foul off those nasty pitches with 2 strikes.
Fouled off the hands. Fly ball to center. And it's chased down by Everett. 1 down, and next up is Mora. Fastball in there, strike one. 1 down, nobody on. To Vidro. High throw, and the first baseman comes down on the bag to get the out.
A play like that's just not easy for the first baseman, because he knows as soon as he leaves his feet, there's a good chance he's going to come down in the base path, and that's where the runner's bearing down on you at full speed.
Takes a ball. Here's the 2-0 to Tejada. Hit in the air. This should end the inning. Makes the catch.
That's just a fantastic play right there. This guy's running full tilt, had to turn awkwardly, and he was still able to stretch out and make that play.
Lopez set to go here in the bottom half of the third. It's a swing and a miss by Day. Not swinging, and the fastball is over for strike 2. Takes for a ball. The 1-2. Threw the slider off the plate, trying to get him to chase, but no swing. Here's the 2-2. That's a strikeout by Lopez.
Tough to do anything with that curveball. That's an awesome pitch, and he can't make contact with it.
No swing, strike call. The pitch. Drag bunt. The ball gets away from him. Cabrera is 0 for 1.
This is a situation where you may try to be aggressive and get the runner moving on a hit and run. We'll see what the manager does.
To Lopez. Nice play there to get the out at first, 2 away. Now we'll see Vidro. Doesn't swing and takes it for a ball. Here's the 1-0 to Vidro. Hit down the line and bending, foul. Pulled foul by Vidro. Gets a piece of the curveball and fouls it off. One on and 2 out. Got him. He goes down swinging on a good fastball. That's it for the third. We're headed to the fourth. Baltimore leads it 1-0. That is going to bring up Palmeiro. He doubled in his last at bat. Palmeiro drives one to right field. Everett makes the catch.
Nice read of that ball right off the bat. Gets over there in plenty of time to make a nice catch.
Strike one.
And here's the pitch. A high fly ball to center. 2 down.
Number 26, Jay Gibbons.
To Batista. And the throw gets him. Fantastic inning for the Expos.
Looking off the bottom of the fourth inning, the right fielder, Carl Everett.
Lets it go by for a ball. Here's the 1-0 to Everett. He takes for a ball. Here's the 2-0 to Everett.
Strike.
The 2-1. Hit in the air to center.
The first baseman, Johnson.
Takes, and it's a ball. The 1-0. Pitch out, but the runner's not moving. Here's the 2-0 to Johnson. Good looking slider, but no swing, and a strike one. And the pitch. Fly ball right field. Sets up under the ball. 1 away.
Guys that have great curveballs are said to have 12 to 6 downers. If you look at the face of a clock, the curveball starts at a 12, ends up at the 6.
Hit on the ground, this could be 2. Lopez for the out.
That's some slick fielding right there. He took the throw and dropped the quick tag right on the runner.
Wilkerson is 0 for 1. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
2.
The 0-2. Into center field and makes the play. Now that brings up Bigby. He lined out, remember, to the second baseman his last time up. He pops it up towards second. Out number 1.
Good old fundamental baseball right there, Tom. He caught that pop-up and used his free hand to cover the mitt, making sure the ball didn't pop out.
Misses inside for a ball. 1 away in the top half of the 5th. Takes a ball. Here's the 2-0 to Matos. Here's the 2-1 to Matos. Day will face the pitcher, and then it's back to the leadoff man. Misses inside. Here's the 1-0 to Lopez. Driven to right. Everett runs it down.
That looked like it could have been trouble right there, but just a nice job by the outfielder to catch this ball on the dead run.
Breaking ball for strike 1. Low and away for a ball. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. Curveball, strike two. And the pitch. Ball two, high and outside. Grounded to second. It gets through for a base hit. Top of the fifth. Baltimore threatening with 2 on. There's ball one. Here's the 1-0 to Mora. Fastball in there, strike one. Doesn't swing and takes it for a ball. The 2-1. Into left field. That ball run down by Wilkerson.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth inning, the pitcher,
Along the bottom of the strike zone. Here's the 0-1 to Schneider. Not swinging, and the fastball is over for strike two. Hit in the air to right. Under the ball and waiting. One down. Day is 0 for 1. To the left side and very short. Gets a good jump on the ball and makes the catch.
When you see pitchers getting guys popping up on that first pitch, it usually means they've got some pretty good hop on their fastball.
He takes for a ball. 1-0. Crushed. Ripped into right. Next batter will be Cabrera. The left fielder is there and makes the play.
He saw that ball all the way off the bat, got moving quickly, and he was able to make the running catch look easy.
Next up will be Tejada. The breaking ball, strike one. We're in the sixth inning. Lets it go by for a ball. The 1-1. Outside for a ball. Here's the 2-1 to Tejada. Hard grounder to Cabrera. Fires to first. That'll bring up Palmeiro. He hit a fly ball to the right fielder his last time up. Palmeiro connects on the first pitch, but hits it foul. We're in the sixth inning. High and away. The 1-1. Lifted to right. Two up, two down for Day here in the sixth. Takes for a ball. 1-0. Watches the fastball, strike one. Nobody on, 2 away. Pulled foul by Lopez. Trying to get him to chase a curveball out of the zone. Here's the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. A high fly ball to right. Lopez is retired. 3 men come to the plate, and they all go down in order. Montreal sending up the heavy hitters for 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Lopez set to go here in the bottom half of the 6th. Takes a ball. Here's the 1-0 to Vidro. On the outside corner, that'll even the count. Pulled foul by Vidro. Popped up the 1-2 pitch. Hairston Jr. calls for the ball and makes the play. Hit towards the gap in right center. Takes, and it's a ball. Here's the 1-0 to Johnson. In time.
That's kind of a tough running catch made easy right there.
Taken for a called strike. Pulled foul by Batista. Tejada fields it. Wilkerson hits the first pitch foul. He connects with this one. No, it falls just short. And now, Schneider. He hit a fly ball to the right fielder his last time up. In the air, should end the inning. He gets a good jump on the ball and makes a nice catch.
He had to jump on his horse a little bit to make that catch, but he got there in time and made the play look routine.
Tom Brenneman with Steve Lyons, and we are watching one heck of a game here. Day set to go here in the top half of the 7th. Ball 1 to Gibbons. That's strike 1 to Gibbons. Fly ball to center. And makes the catch. Hit right on the screws. Top half of the 7th. It's a 1-1 affair. Low and away for a ball. Here's the 1-0 to Matos. Fouled away, and that'll even the count. Pulled foul by Matos. That's a strikeout by Day. They stand and stretch. Lopez will face his rival, and then it's back to the leadoff man. Day, first pitch swinging. After one pitch, we have one away. Bottom half of the 7th. It's a 1-1 affair. He hits it deep down the right field line, but foul. It's hit down the right field line. That is a fair ball.
This is an aggressive team on the bases, and the manager may put the hit and run on here, or he may just ask him to steal. Good situation for either.
Safe.
Well, he really showed off his great speed on that hit. That ball wasn't hit that hard, but he's so quick out of the box that he's able to beat the throw to first base.
Breaking ball for strike one. One away in the last of the seventh. Hit and bending, foul. Flicks his wrist, fouls it off, and we'll do it again. And the count stays 0-2. Just misses inside. Here's the 1-2 to Vidro. That ball driven well to right center field. Runners at first and third, and walking up is Everett. There's ball one. Foul out of play, first base side.
Strike two.
The 1-2. Got him. He goes down swinging on a good fastball. Runners on the corners for the Expos. Caught by the right fielder. Montreal in front, 2-1.
Boy, they've been shut down by this pitching staff today. They've got to get something going, or this one's going to be over.
Day set to go here in the top half of the eighth. Inside. And it's 1-0 now to Lopez. He takes for a ball. 2-0. Shallow fly ball left field. There to haul it in, Cabrera. The Orioles are running out of outs. Hairston Jr. swings and knocks a first pitch foul. Doesn't swing and takes it for a ball. Nobody on, one out. Lets it go by for a ball. Here's the 2-1 to Hairston Jr. And it's brought in by Vidro. Top half of the eighth. It's a 2-1 affair. Mora, first pitch swinging, but hit foul. There's ball one. Ball two, low and inside. Mora represents a tying run. Righty versus righty is the matchup they want here, so let's see if it pans out.
Now pitching, number 56, Luis Ayala.
Hard grounder to Cabrera. Inning over. On top by one, Batista will try and get some insurance for Montreal.
Tony
Heater, strike one. Fly ball to left field. The left fielder runs it down and makes a catch.
This is the type of fly ball that can give some guys trouble, but he saw it all the way, and he was there to make the easy running catch.
He takes for a ball. Here's the 1-0 to Wilkerson. Pulled foul by Wilkerson. Base knock, center field. Bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-1 affair. Doesn't swing and takes it for a ball. The 1-0. Curve. Strike one. One away in the last of the 8th inning. There's strike two. The 1-2. Hit in the air to center. And it's run down by Gibbons.
He got a good jump on this ball and was able to get under it for a nice running catch.
A pinch hitter comes up.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the pitcher, number 31, Greg Vaughn.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Into right field. Safe. Bottom of the 8th. Montreal threatening with 2 on. The slider, strike one. Caught by the center fielder. Heading to the 9th, Montreal tries to shut the door up by 1. Peacock set to go here in the top half of the 9th. Fox will come into the game as a defensive replacement.
Your attention, please. Changes for the Expos. Now playing right field, number 12. Andy
Takes a ball.
Fox.
The 1-0. Up and away for a ball. The 2-0. And there's one away.
Number 18, Javier Lopez.
Lopez swings at the first pitch. Times a jump perfectly and a nice play by Batista. 2 up, 2 down for Peacock here in the 9th. Misses outside for a ball. The 1-0. Into right field.
You look at the splits on this guy, and in a situation like this, you want a left-hander pitching to him. He hits right-handers very well.
Bigby drives one to right field. Fox runs it down.
Good-looking play right there by the right fielder to get over to that ball, make the nice running catch right at the foul line.